Hi, my name is Lou Mannarino. This is a one sound Tower 1 system that we're getting ready to deliver for a customer, for an entertainment group. The Tower 1 system is comprised of 6 Tower LCC 44 modules, 3 per side, and 2 C-sub 610 subwoofers. It also comes with an amp rack with 2 PowerSoft T604 amplifiers. Today we're going to run through just a couple of things to help you. Please refer to all the manuals on more specific details of all of the above mentioned. The first thing that I wanted to describe to you was the rigging. The speakers come already in the road cases with the rigging, and basically once you place a loudspeaker on the frame, it will stay there. At that point, you then can either see, or if you can't see, you'll figure out just to shimmy it a little bit. You get 3 choices. One is a -3-degree angle, one is a 0-degree angle, and one is a +3-degree angle. For the Tower system, I recommend a 0, and then a -3, so it doesn't slap off the back wall. So you can feel these all out and they're not labeled on purpose, because you cannot make a mistake. Whether you go plus or minus or 0, it's all okay. And there's no software that you're required to steer these things. So that would be 0. That would be a -3. And that would be a +3. Sometimes Sometimes I use a plus and a plus, depending on, what the situation is. So once you have all 3 loudspeakers placed, you can then jump them with these 1 8-inch jumps. In the back here, you'll see that there are 4 speak-on opportunities to plug them in. All 4 are the same, which means it's only for convenience. So say this one will then go here and go to the one that is over here on my right, which will go up to the top. And one person can set these up. And the other thing to notice is that these are cardioid loudspeakers, which means there's an amp channel for the rear facing and an amp channel for the front facing, and both the sub and the high packs. So the PowerSoft T-Series, they're 6,000 watts per amplifier. I believe that you can plug 2 of these into the same 20 amp circuit and will work properly. However, depending on how loud and what the transients are, if you want to give it separate circuits, but not necessarily. I know in a lot of the catering facilities, the event spaces, they don't have a lot of power. These are very efficient power amplifiers. I've also included for this a Y cable, because some engineers would like the top amp, which is going to power the LCC Tower 44s, Tower LCC 44, and the bottom amp, which is labeled, will do the subwoofers. So some people want to put a left and a right in for their high frequency and a left and a right in for the sub. Some people do not. Some people just want to plug their left right in from the main outputs of the console and run the whole system. And that's what you can do with the Y cable, okay? You have a left and a right. Also remember that the amplifier in the rear is always backwards. Left is on your right, right is on your left, because it's just the way they're wired. So what we do next is we're going to plug in the speakers. So the speakers the cable that comes with it are 4-wire 2-circuit cable. It is very important that you don't use any other speaker cable, because it may not be wired with both circuits wired. It could be 1 circuit wired. So this would be the left of the Tower LCC on the left side, which is house left. So that's why it's backwards. And this would be house right, and the sub, house left, sub, house right. What's very important is that you don't make a mistake by plugging sub into high pack into sub, because sub into high pack will sound very bad and also could damage the loudspeaker. So be extra careful with that. It's not a terrible idea for you to label your cables. Once you're plugged in here, the other half of this cable can then go in either side of the speaker. Remember that they're all linked. And you can choose this side. It's all for convenience for different situations. So you get 4 of these cables, one for these 3, one for those 3, one for the sub on both sides. The sub has, again, 2 speak-on inputs down here, which you can use either one. I'm going to set the software and the amplifiers for this to be a end fire mode, which is a soft cardioid, not fully cardioid. And these will be in cardioid. So this means that you're going to get most efficiency, the most amount of gain, and you don't need the full sacrifice. So of 3 negating the 3 drivers in the front. Anything more specific you'd like to know, please just reach out to us at One Sound, and my personal cell phone is on the amplifier as well. For you're in a show and you have an emergency, please just call. It's fine. And we want to make sure you're successful. But also, we will have classes on the PowerSoft amplifiers and more specifically how to use these speakers. The speakers, I think you'll have a great time and enjoy them. Over and out.